Kentucky farmers are turning to a new crop. Now, on the other side of this building lives the family that actually found the baby. An early morning robbery leaves a Bowling Green man recovering from a stab wound. Farm rescues can be extremely challenging for firefighters. Even though farmers use supplements to feed their cows and horses, hay remains a primary food source. Good evening, everyone. I'm Fida. Thanks for joining us. Not all babies left abandoned are as lucky as baby John Doe. Officials say it's a miracle he's alive.
The umbilical cord had been cut but not tied off, and therefore the baby lost additional fluids. Its core body temperature was about 85 degrees.
This is the duplex where the baby was found. Now, on the other side of this building lives the family that actually found the baby, but the baby was dropped off right here on the vacant side in a 7.5 women's shoebox.
We have canvassed the neighborhoods here. No one has seen anything or heard anything.
The only evidence they have right now is the shoebox the baby was found in and its contents, a blanket, a bloody t-shirt, and a plastic grocery bag. But one answer is clear. Baby John Doe's will to fight has prompted an overwhelming response from neighboring communities. Riggs says people from all over are opening their homes for baby John Doe.
We have been enumerated with calls with people wanting to get the baby, specifically adopt.
But social services will have to decide who gets to take baby John Doe home.
Sometimes people that are in dire straits make decisions that don't benefit them in the long run, and we would like to help them if we could, but there are possible charges that could be filed.
Baby John Doe is the baby many families see as the healthy, happy boy they never had. Sam Hunt says he's as curious as the rest of us.
My whole life, everyone has said, you know, you can't prove creation. It just kind of spurred me on, you know, to do it.
What that means is Sam thinks he's discovered the voice of God. Turns out we can see it, not hear it.
For each verse and for each action, there's a laboratory experiment that parallels exactly what God spoke into existence.
Supposedly, this is all possible through something called sonoluminescence. Sono meaning sound and luminescence meaning light. What that means is when sound goes through water, that produces light, and that light creates matter.
For each verse and for each action, there's a laboratory experiment that parallels exactly what God spoke into existence.
It's interesting, but I don't buy it.
Charges don't have hands, as far as I know.
Dr. Webb Vandermeer teaches physics at Western.
I mean, what does it mean? That if I turn the switch on of the light, that God speaks every time? I mean, God would do a lot of speaking every time there is light, so it doesn't explain anything.
Dr. Vandermeer says although the scientific community needs a lot more convincing, he admires Hunt's genuine interest in thinking outside the box.
Samuel Hunt is a very interesting person. He tries to explain something. I don't believe he succeeded, but I applaud him for trying.
Street gangs are a popular topic on cop shows and in the movies, but the subculture is all too real for many small towns. A hostage situation ends with one person dead and another injured, plus state lawmakers promise to be frugal with Kentucky's extra money. Details as your News at 10 starts now. We woke up to a beautiful sight this morning, so did most of our viewing area get to see some of the snow, or did it melt by the time? The purpose of the event is to give young dairy farmers the opportunity to improve their dairy operations and give hope to the dairy industry overall. WBKO's Sarah Goebel has more on why young dairy farmers need help keeping up with the industry. A new machine that converts alcoholic beverages into vapor is literally creating a buzz on some college campuses. The machine is called Alcohol Without Liquid, and now there's a bill that aims to ban bars from selling it and ban people from using it. Phil Pendleton spoke to the lawmaker who says the device is bad news. Police continue to investigate a shooting that happened in the parking lot of the Greenwood Mall. Bowling Green police say around 6:15 Tuesday night, a 14-year-old was shot while sitting in a parked car. This week is National Folic Acid Awareness Week. The Barron River District Health Department says every woman, pregnant or not, needs to know the benefits associated with taking folic acid. Folic acid is a B vitamin that is needed for proper cell growth. Studies show folic acid can dramatically reduce the number of birth defects of the brain and spine called neural tube defects. We had an ugly start to the week, so I'm hoping you're going to tell us that it's going to change.
This is WBKO at 5.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gene Burke.
And I'm Fida Georges. Thanks for joining us. Light snow across much of Kentucky this morning made for tricky driving. The major impact was on school closures as dozens of school districts called off classes, mostly for fear of poor road conditions for buses. Accumulations were only from 1 to 2 inches, but it still made the roads slick in some spots. And to get the latest driving conditions, you can call 511 or get connected to 511.ky.gov. And now we're going to go to Shane Holliday for the latest on the conditions and forecast. Spring is coming early. That's the prediction from Pennsylvania's Punxsutawney Phil. A rowdy Pennsylvania crowd was on hand to hear whether or not the groundhog saw his shadow. Punxsutawney Phil's prediction is in line with other groundhogs. Georgia's General Beauregard Lee and Staten Island Chuck are also predicting an early spring.
Staten Island Chuck.
Well,
what is that?
Hard names, hard names. We finally got the snow we were hoping for.